Hey y'all, hey, I look like I'm a little bit on black folks time, but at least I came in. But guess what? I'm gonna play a little promo right quick because I got my glass, but it's empty, so I got to make sure I fill it up. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be right back, and then I'll pull in my background people. Hey, I gotta change something too on here, y'all. But let's hit this off real quick. Don't start barking. We ain't even did nothing to the people yet. So what's up? Y'all, I apologize for the tardiness of the birthday girl late to her own party. How was that? Let me see something really quick. And then, what up, Gio?
Happy
What up, Mr. Walker?
birthday. Happy birthday.
Hey. You know, I ain't got nothing but love for you, but we're gonna say singing is not one of your top qualities, okay?
Yeah, I know. You know what I'm saying? That right now, I'm not even in my
I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. Mr. Walker, how are you?
Happy birthday, Valerie.
Ooh, Lord have mercy. You know what? You be killing me with them penny taking off voice. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing?
I'm grateful. I am grateful.
Thank you. I want to tell you guys one thing.
How are you doing?
I am overwhelmed. But I really appreciate you guys coming in. I thank you for it. Let me get to my comments. I was running a little late, but that's okay. I was, you know how every time I look at the phone, it's ringing. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. I'll get to the messages that got here before I did. I'll catch up on them. But Gio,
Yo,
what you doing, my brother?
but you know I'm in the bed with it.
Okay, I hear the baby. That's all I heard was the baby. I hear the baby.
Yeah, he up here acting a fool. You already know how that is. That's why I went off camera because I didn't want him to be all up in the way, and I got my skirt off. You know, I'm having a birthday party with you. You know what I'm saying? I just
Hey
want
ho!
a nightcap. I need
Let
a
me take a
nightcap.
moment. I want to take a moment out to say to the people that got here first. The Vegas girl, thank you. Dot, thank you. Biff, thank you. Hennessy, the Black Rose, thank you. Bobby, thank you. Mom First, thank you. Marsha, thank you. I'm not even gonna mess up your last name, Marsha. Okay. Miss Manda, thank you. Winnie 267, thank you. Evangelist Valerie Robinson Smith, thank you very much. And hello, everybody. So, how does 57 feel? Well, it feels like it feels. Guess what? I'm just happy to be here. So, I want to put something in the bottom here. Let me change this, you guys. So I can change this to this. Looking like a full course. Oh, Bill said I'm looking like a full course meal. I've been known to be dessert. Let me say this. Let me change this thing right here too. Let me put this banner up. I need to put a new banner up. Mr. Walker, did you hear me? I don't know. Oh, I don't know if you heard me.
No, I heard every word you said.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate you coming in, but you know that this doesn't stop you from doing my interview, right?
Absolutely. And let me make it clear to you and everybody tuning in. I am honored and grateful and proud of you and all that you're doing. And during all this time, it's just good to see people like yourself, making people smile, making people laugh with all that we're going through. So I thank you for that. So truly it would be an honor to be on your show. It really would be.
Okay, thank you. And he does check in on our show sometimes, Gio. So he always give me little pointers, little pointers from the pro. So I put my cash app up there. Anybody want to feel generous enough to give me a cash app for my birthday? I ain't gonna turn it down. Okay. I needed some happiness with all the stuff I've been going through with the flood in my house and everything else. And you know, it's so much easier. One of my friends was like, call the maintenance people. I'm like, maintenance people? I'm the maintenance person. When you own stuff, you the maintenance person. Ain't no such thing as calling nobody. You are the person that got to take charge to do some stuff. So I just had to take charge to do some stuff. So it's just a headache, but it's nothing that I can't get through because I'm going to get through it. Hi. Okay. Hi, Winnie. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Any questions coming up? Anybody got a question? Why you thinking of a question? Let me say this. 57, yes. Do I feel it? No. But my arthritis in my knees say yes. But that's all right. If you are not subscribed to this page, please subscribe to this page, Oh Val Comedian. It's Oh Val Comedian on all aspects of the internet. So if you are on Instagram, go on it's OH_VAL_comedian. Make sure you subscribe, follow me. I have a nice time, have fun. If you like to have fun, like to get a couple laughs in, I'm the girl for you. If you like BS, I'm not it. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Hot Geo say you got to keep that over there. Over there.
Over there. If you're gonna be mad over there wherever you at. We don't even care because it's all about positivity. And oh Val, it's been a pleasure with working with you. Seriously, you funny as ever, and you beautiful as ever, and you always got positive. Like you tell it like how the way it's supposed to be told. That's what I like about you, and I'm happy to see you at 57. Baby, you got another year to go. You know what I'm saying? Some more to come. Yeah,
child, tell it like it is. Get me in a lot of trouble, but hey, I'm not gonna change. I've been this way all my life, and I'm gonna stay this way. You know, either you love me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it pushing. I can't be fake. There's nothing fake about me. You know what I'm saying? These even my teeth. You know, except the gold ones. But anyway, I'm just saying, I'm just real. You know what I'm saying? And some people can handle it, some people can't. I appreciate you, Ronnie, for saying what you like about me. I appreciate that because Ronnie knows I've been admiring him for a long time. You are a very good coach. And I got a couple of free lessons from him. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a relationships coach. So Ronnie Walker is a relationship coach. So I kind of sneak a couple freebies in there. I don't get on the couch, but I get a couple of questions in there.
You don't even want to know the question I want to ask you. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Walker.
Well, I've been at this 30 years, so I don't think anyone's going to hit me with something I haven't heard. So, trust me when I tell you.
Mr. Walker, can you do me a favor and shout out your channel for me?
Yes. You could reach me for consulting and coaching at resultswithronnie.com. That's resultswithronnie.com. My podcast is MrRelationshipMan.com. That's MrRelationshipMan.com. And also, I am collaborating now also with another young sister, Yashika Foster. And you can reach us at datingdiscussions.com. That's datingdiscussions.com. So any which way you like to reach out to me, by all means do so. So I deal with dating, relationships, and sex coaching.
Okay, all righty. You do a little something. Like I said, I got a couple of free lessons. Because I didn't get on the couch, but I did ask a couple questions. You know what I'm saying? You know, I snuck a couple of them in. I'm gonna drop the link down too, just in case if anybody would like to join us too. I'm gonna put that in there. So it's different now because when it comes to my birthday, I'm so used to always want to do a party and everything else and go out and celebrate, but we got to handle things a little different now. So when it was mentioned about doing the internet last year, I didn't do too much of nothing. I got on the internet for a minute, talked, and that was about it. Other than that, I didn't do too much. So to see people want to come up and do a couple other things, I am joyful of it. So let me add with that. I'm going to say, hey, what's up, cousin?
Hi, cuz. How you doing? Happy birthday. Happy
Thank you so much.
You're still looking beautiful.
I'm trying. Thank you for coming in. That's New York in the house.
All right.
Yeah, that's my family from New York in the house. That's Emmett Thrower. Thank you for coming in. Now, Emmett has taught me a lot of stuff too, because Emmett teach me about the theater world of it, because Emmett does plays and everything else, and he's give me outlooks on everything. That's why one thing I'm going to say, like I met Ronnie through the Grown and Sexy Cruises. one thing I'm going to say about the Grown and Sexy Cruises, it has given many people an opportunity to come out with something that they dream about or something that they inspire to do. It encourages you to do that, and I'm thankful for that organization for that. And I'm very thankful that I met Ronnie through that.
Yes, I did. Yes, and I'm just as honored as always. Yes, definitely.
Yeah, you've helped a lot of people on that cruise, whether you really understand and know that or not. You helped a lot of people on that cruise.
Yes, it's funny. I still every year that I go on the cruise, it's been well, it would have been 6 years this year, but it's been 5 years so far.
Hmm.
That you'd be surprised, as I'm sure you've learned through
Hmm.
your platform, Valerie, that there's
There's
always
always
people who are
people who are
watching you that you don't know, and they come up to you and tell you how they've been sneak laughing at your jokes and
Yeah.
and, and, and enjoying the joy that you bring. And it's the same with me. So I'm always getting someone coming out of the woodworks, and just although they've never liked or shared anything,
Hmm.
they still got some value from what I've shared. So I built a lot of wonderful relationship, including
My cash
yourself,
app is
from
on
that
there.
cruise.
Somebody asked me where's my cash app. My cash app is on the banner that's going across. I will put it. I will type it up there too. Emmett, what you
Yeah.
got? What you got good to tell me?
Well, thankfully it looks like that, in my perspective, we get ready to come into next year. I think things are going to be opening up.
Uh huh.
Uh, so I take a whole lot of new opportunities because, with my work in film and theater, it's kind of been shut down, but Broadway's opening back up, things opening back up. So hopefully we're going to be able to
Oh
do
shit.
something together in the near
Wrong.
future.
You know what, Emmett? I wanted. Oh, let me take that off because that's wrong. Oh, I typed that wrong, guys. Let me write that there. I want to tell you something. You was one of the first people that offered me to do a play featuring me in the play.
Because I think you're tailor made for that.
Mm-hmm.
So we just have to come up with the right material, the right thing that reflects you because of your honesty and the way you are. It
Mm-hmm.
has to be you. The
Mm-hmm.
one person show, you have your stand up, but the one person play has to be you. And it's in there. We just have to find out exactly what it is, and we need to write that up and start working on that.
But I'm just saying, for even all the years you know me, I'm just saying this. But even for you, when I first started comedy, and for you to come to me and say that, I was really impressed that you said that. You know what I'm saying? But I want to tell you something, Ronnie. That's something that happened to me yesterday. That Marcella, thank you for the cash app, Marcella. I want to tell you something that happened to me yesterday. No, yesterday was it yesterday? Day before yesterday. I'm sorry, day before yesterday. No, it was yesterday. Anyway, me and my cousin was at the store. And she had her car to have my car. But anyway, this guy walks up and he says to me, and this made me think of you, Ronnie, because you always talk about financing. You teach us about financing. So he walks up to me and he says, what do you like to eat? And I was like, huh? Why? And then he said, cuz I like to take you out to eat. And I said, oh, what? And then he says, then he goes, what? How he said? He says, I got a credit score of 815. I got a credit score 815. All my bills are paid off. I don't have no bills. I don't have no credit card bills. My car is all paid for. My house is paid for. I got a regular job. I got a steady check coming in every month. And I just want you to know what you up against before you say no. I said, politely, I'm going to decline. That's very interesting, but I'm just not interested. But I appreciate you for asking me. Do you know he got mad and stumped all off, and then got to another lady down the aisle, and then started telling her, "Oh, she gonna throw her hand up at me," and da da da. And she's like, "Okay." And I'm saying, as a relationship coach, I hate when people do that stuff when they get upset because you don't want to take their advances. That drives me crazy. And a lot of times people sit up there. Oh, he told me he was I think he told me he was 42. I didn't
Hmm.
even want to tell it. I didn't even want to tell that brother. Next week I'll be 57. You know what I'm saying? A couple of days I'll be 57. But it be them young ones always do that to me. But it's funny. I think about you because I'm like, he gave me everything but his blood type.
It's strange because I just recently finished recording a podcast and with Shashika, and the title of it, "Your Dating Approach Sucks."
Mm-hmm.
And so, this is really going out to the men and speak, and as I speak to the men, I really try to emphasize that I'm not here to beat up on them. You know,
Okay.
there
Mm-hmm.
is no one perfect line. Um, but make no mistake about it, you know, you just can't arbitrarily just figure that he's going to lead with whatever his material situation is. If his clothes is looking all busted, or his attitude, or he didn't, again, so no, I hear what you're saying, and this is something that I hear a lot from the women. So I'm really trying to work with the brothers and saying, look, there's a
It's
ways
all in the
that
way that you approach somebody. It's all in
exactly,
the way. You know, my
exactly.
my famous line on that, when people used to come up to me and tell me, "I'd like to take you out to eat." My famous line for that, that's that comedian coming out of me. I used to always say, "Do it look like I'm missing a meal? Come on, bruh." Because you got to recognize, even when I was real skinny, I still had that curved thickness to me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, come on, bro. This is not McDonald's. This is cornbread all the way. Okay.
Well, let me ask you, Val, if you don't mind me asking you.
Okay.
I mean, now with another year of wisdom here under you, but what are you looking to get done for the next 365 days? What are you looking to accomplish?
What I'm looking into, my main thing that I have to say, since things has happened in my life, things have adjusted a different way. I can say that that I am happy with myself, that I put money away, and that I had a resource to do, even though it was just 401k, and I had a resource to do that. It didn't leave me on the street or struggling, anything to get turned off, wondering, is my mortgage going to get paid? Only thing that I regret is that I didn't focus more on paying my house off, because I could have paid it off, and I just, been prolonging it and everything else. But at the same time, I was still happy with myself that I put money away when things changed, when my income had changed. It wasn't a problem for me. My income changed to 1/4 of what I used to make, but at the same time, it didn't hurt me because I paid off paid off my car already. My car is already paid off. Both of the cars is paid off. Only thing, I had money to pay off the little balances I had on my credit card. So I had, when I first when I got fired from my other job, at the 34 years, at the wrongful termination, instead of financially keep fighting, I was just wasting money with the lawyers, because all they're gonna do is keep you back. And I finally say, you know what, I'm not investing no more money into this. When wrong done, wrong come back to you, and wrong came back to them. But it's just the fact that I had a situation when I said, how am I making it so easy when I'm making 1/4 of what I used to make, and now I'm sitting up here living better. I was living better, making 1/4 of what I was making. So, like this with the flood, I have a high deductible, but at the same time, it's gonna wipe out something to take care of that. But I know I'm not worried about it. But I see people these days, with just losing their job from quarantine, they got to move to an apartment, or move to a different apartment, or move with a relative, barely making it, depending on food stamps. It's I just feel, I feel somewhat like sorry for people in that situation, but at the same time, I sit up and I thank God that I was blessed enough that I had a head on my shoulder to know that, hey, I had some things in structure. Not just my burial, since I paid for that already to be buried beside my dad, but not just my burial, that I had some things structured just in case that emergency happened, that something was there. Because we always are told, I don't know if you teach this way, but we're always told, and the things I've learned is, keep at least 3 to 6 months of whatever your bills are. Keep that put away. So if something was to happen, you had 6 to 3 months put away for emergency, and that's money that you don't touch. Well, when I got let go, I paid my house note for a whole year, because I just, I wanted to take a break, and I wanted to relax. And I've always been working. I've been working since 15, so I wanted to take a break. So it was a nice time to take a break.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I hope everybody listening, and because there were a lot of lessons in what you shared. So,
Mhm.
just wishing you continued success, Valerie. And
I
again,
appreciate
happy
that.
birthday.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, but Val, I wanted to ask you something. You know what I'm saying? So,
Uh-huh.
is you gonna be doing like any comedian shows this year or something like that? What can we be looking for you like doing on your next show coming up or something?
I'm gonna say this: when it comes to when a lot of times, like a couple of friends come here from Detroit and stuff, and there's like, "Hey, I'm in town. You know, you got a show coming up. You know, this and that." And I hate when people get here and then they ask me that, and I don't have a show to tell them about. You know, sometimes there's always used to be an open mic you can go to. An open mic is just when you go do comedy and it's just free. You know, but at the same time, I have reached a status in my career that I'm blessed to say that I don't like to focus too much on the freebie stuff, because when you focus too much on the freebie stuff, then people think they can always pull you in to come accommodate them free.
Yeah.
And this is a career. This is a career that I'm trying to do. So if it's my career that I'm trying to do, I can't keep giving you my talent for free. If evidently you see my talent enough to see that it's worth being paid for, or you wouldn't call me back to do your free stuff. So when I say, when people ask me, "Do you got something coming up?"
Right.
When the money come right, I go.
Yeah. Well, we gonna try to get you to get you somewhere, cause girl, you is stupid funny. I'm talking about the way you be going in. You hear me? Like, I seen you go in so hard on my show last Friday. If people don't know, you know, we do this. Me and Oh Val do this thing called the sit down. On the sit down, Val went in on. They out there, you went in so damn hard. I don't even notice if you noticed that you had to breathe a little bit, like you said.
Man, I had to go back. I had to go back. Oh, thank you, Gabor. Gabor sent me something too. Thank you, Gabor. I want to say something to the people who send me the chat. I mean the Cash App. I don't want to just think that I'm just getting it and not paying attention. But I'm going to say this about that. The reason why I'm going to say this about that is because when I go in, I mean, Emma knows this about me. When I go in something, yeah, it's kind of hard for me to, you know, but when I snap, I snap. My thing is, I don't like stupidity. I can't stand stupidity, you know, and I can't stand, even if it don't involve me, I just can't listen to it or see it. And it ain't that easy sometimes for me to just walk away. I'm like, you know, I'm going to say something like, "Oh, you stupid ass." You know what I'm saying? I can't stand it. I can't stand it. So it's just that I just can't stand for, especially, and this is not a colorism thing, don't get this wrong. I just can't stand for brothers to sit up there and just make themselves look like an idiot to think that's attention for the public. That drives me crazy. Be yourself, okay? But if you're that stupid, keep being that stupid. But if you're not that stupid, don't try to do it for attention. That's all I'm saying.
Do you have, like, another thing I was gonna say to you about? I know I'm talking a lot. You know me, I talk a lot.
Go ahead.
But, have you ever thought about like writing a book or something, like a funny book?
Oh my God, Sylvia Traymore Morrison. If you don't know her, you look her up. I interviewed her on my channel. You can go look on my podcast. Sylvia Traymore Morrison was the first, not one of them, was the first Black impersonator. Okay,
Yeah.
was the first. Okay, she was one of the associate writers for Saturday Night Live. She was the only one she was the first associate writer for Saturday Night Live. Why was she the first associate writer for Saturday Night Live? Because she was Black. Everybody else was a producer, writer, whatever you want to call it, for the show. She was a associate writer. Got it?
Yeah, but she was the writer. That's what that means.
Yes, but that means she was assistant. She was assistant associate writer. Okay. So I'm saying that people came up always was a writer. They made her assistant associate writer when she doing all the writing. See, we all come from a lot of things and a lot of buildup. Today's world is not like it used to be. And I hate to preach on this, but I'm going to say this because I am 57, so I've been through a lot. I've been through a situation when working in a hotel. I had to bite my tongue on a lot of stuff because it was a lot of racism in hotels, and it was so deep at times. I'm gonna give you a situation that I really remember. At the time, the president of our hotel, and I don't want to say his name, but the president of our hotel sit up there and told me, "Anything you ever need, Valerie, just don't hesitate to come to me and ask me." You know what that meant? That meant that anything you need, come and ask me, and then you're gonna owe me something. But see, I was smarter than that. Because I didn't sit up there and I didn't get wherever I'm at in my life. I never got there on my back. I never got there doing little sexual favors and all that. Never. Because that's not what I wanted to be led up. I seen that too much growing up. So I'm from Vegas. I've seen that a lot. And I'm sure, Emmett, you've seen that in people with plays. To get a part in a play, they might sleep with the director just so they can get a better part. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? You've seen that with relationships as you've been and stuff, Ronnie. You've been coaching people that sit up there, you try to tell them how to value their self so they won't be in certain positions. And I know
Absolutely.
everybody have. So I heard him say this, but when I had a situation to take to him, he says, I gotta let human resources handle it because I heard you both were saying stuff. This is the situation. And I've said this before. I think, Gio, I think I've told you this before, but this is just one that sticks to me. And it sticks to me enough that when I had a child, I made sure I told her about this so she can understand stuff. And then she's like, well, Mom, no. Understand where I'm coming from, because you might not be in the same situation, but understand what the ins were and the outs were of the situation. The situation was I had worked with an Italian lady. First of all, let me say I worked in the accounting office with about 64, 65 of us. It was only 2 of us that were black. The other one was from New York. Now, I have family in New York. Like, Emmett's from New York. East Coast, people always think I'm from the East Coast because they say I'm hard. I'm not hard, but I am straightforward. Most East Coast people are straightforward. Okay? West Coast people, a little softer, they say. So I'm straightforward, so people always think I'm from the East Coast. She was kind of soft because she would never really speak up and say nothing. She just get mad. So it was always me being the one speaking up. So it's an Italian lady working there, and the Jewish lady sat in a cubicle, two from me in the cubicle. Well, the Jewish lady had grandkids. Her daughter had kids by a black guy. So they're mixed generation. So she set the pictures up on her cubicle, and her grandkids. Everybody's happy with their grandkids. They put their pictures up. Well, the Italian lady walks by and says to everybody, for several people to hear, she said, look at that. She have a little grandkids up there.
Huh?
Yes. True fact. Now, I write a letter to the president of the hotel. The same letter, I copied it to the human resources, and I gave the letter, a copy of it, to my supervisor. Now, why did I do all that? I did all that to cover all bases so somebody can't say they never seen it. Right?
Yeah.
So bottom line was, after interviewing over 16 people, okay? Over 16 people, because 16 people came to me and said they called me in for questioning. Now, why do you need to have that many people verify what I said? Because you're looking for that loophole so you can get out of it. Okay? So the 16 people said, yes, Valerie is correct. That's what was said. Okay? Now, after that, I was called in the office by the assistant comptroller, and the person who said it was setting up, and the assistant comptroller was sitting at her desk. I sat down in front of that desk, and she said, I'm sorry, I'm getting worked up. She said, why did you write a letter to the president of the hotel? I said, because I wanted something to be done about it, because it was wrong. She said, well, we're not going to discuss any discipline with you, but she didn't do anything wrong because she was not talking to you.
No.
I said in return, I said, okay. I said, well, if I stand on my desk and I say, cracker, redneck, motherfucker, it's okay because I'm not talking to nobody individually, right? And then she leaned at her desk and says, what's a cracker? I leaned into her desk and said, you, white and dry. She says, I never have heard of us being referred to as that. I said, well, now you have.
Shit.
She said, well, whatever we do from this point is private. So just want to let you know that there will be no outcome out of this on your behalf. I said, okay. The lady standing there that was Italian, she stood there with her hands crossed and started laughing. Just started laughing. I stood up, I looked at her and I said, and at the time I was faithful in church. I said, if I wasn't saved, I'd dust you right here, but you're not worth it. She said, you have as much religion in your whole body as I have in my pinky. And I said, well, the devil will sure make you a liar because I would dust you right there where you stand. And I walked out. Now, the moral to the story is, for me, is that even though it was just me because at the time I was divorced. I just got divorced. So it was just me, my income. I'm saying it's things that Black people will put up with when people don't understand why we say Black Lives Matter. It's things that we will put up with to survive. Because I know that if I would have came back in a different way, they'd have fired me. And then they would use anger, the angry Black woman, they would have fired me over that. And then what? Who loses? Me. Because I still have my mortgage to pay. Because I had a mortgage at 20 years old. I had a mortgage. Because I didn't believe in staying in apartments. I had a mortgage.
And that's
So
accomplishment.
huh?
That's super accomplishments for you to be at 20 years old on your
Yeah.
own, especially as a Black woman in
Well,
America to have your own
well,
mortgage
I was
and a
married
home.
at 18. And I was married for 5 days. And when I was married at 18, and his mother didn't understand why I wanted a house. I said, because he wanted a family. I refused to raise a family in an apartment. Now, everybody each his own. I did not want to raise my child in an apartment because of the simple fact is that I was raised in a house. I started from the age of 5. We had a house. My parents had a house. So I never experienced before that to the age of 2 of apartments. That's all I knew. Apartments. After that, all I knew was houses. So I didn't feel comfortable staying in an apartment. I started off my marriage in an apartment, but I let it be known we need a house.
Yeah. Yep. So, oh, Val, not to
Mm-hmm.
jump subject, but I want to know, let these people know where they can get some merch from you from.
Oh, my merch, like I said, you can always inbox me or DM me. There is a shipping fee depends on what you're ordering. And if you look on my page, you can see I have t-shirts, I have hats. I didn't put the cups on there. I do have cups, but they're, it's the weight of it. You don't want to pay all that for the weight. I'd have pins and everything else. Let me see. I know Emmy has all my stuff. Emmy has my t-shirt and everything over there. Emmy has that t-shirt. I was just pleased that when I came to New York, I had stuff, and him and his wife just say, "Hey, let us have everything." I was like, "Oh shoot, that's family." This is one of my cups. But anyway, I have 4 different mugs that I have too. So when they go on my site, they inbox me. They can always see where to do it. Unfortunately, when all the stuff happened, I shut down my website. And I know Ronnie was helping me and telling me what to do on the website, and I was doing it. But at the same time, I had to like I said, I had to make things priority as I seen fit. And to me, the website was not a priority.
Well, you got your stuff going. I'm proud of you. You got your whole merch going. You got life going.
I didn't told a whole mouthful.
Val, listen, I'm going to have to head out. I got another call that I have to jump on from the West Coast. I just wanted to come in and show some support, show some love, and
I really
show my
appreciate that.
appreciate you and your continued success and everything. So,
I
and to everyone else
that.
as well.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'll be talking to you soon.
All right, beautiful. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. I love hearing his voice. I love hearing his voice. I met him. I was like, ooh, hey, Biff. Can you hear me?
What's up? Happy birthday, boo.
Thank you. I want to say, let me say this one thing before I get started too much. I want to say too, because I want you to get too far. I want to say, what does it say? If I pronounce your name wrong, I'm sorry. Malish, thank you for the Cash App. Hector, thank you for the Cash App. Gabor, thank you for the Cash App. Winoma, I'm sorry if I'm messing up everybody's name. I ain't even got my glasses on. Okay, thank you for the Cash App. Marcella, thank you for the Cash App. Ray Webb, thank you for the Cash App. I appreciate everybody's Cash App. That was just so sweet. I just can't let that go. I'm sorry I don't have my channel is not monetized, so I can't push the stuff up there to show you that. So I just have to read it off the Cash App. Hi, Biff.
Hey, Val. What's going on? I got my bow tie on for you.
You do? Let me see.
Stop.
You got a bow tie?
You know
okay.
Okay.
All right. Get your bow tie on. All right. How you been?
I'm good. I was gonna pop out the cake, but I ate it. I was hungry tonight. I had nothing in the fridge, so I'm gonna work on the cake for next year.
Okay, so Biff, where are you located at?
I'm in the Bronx, New York.
Hey, that's where my cousin is. That's where my cousin is now too. He in the Bronx too right now.
Oh, what's up, Mr. Emmett?
What's up, Biff?
Look, I was so proud of myself. Let me see, 2 years. Is it 2 or 3 years now? I think it was 2. I'm not sure. Anyway, I would the last time I was, no, it wasn't the last time. The time before that I was been in New York. I stayed in Manhattan, and my cousin said, "Hey, Val, I'm gonna come get you." And instead of coming all the way down here, he was in the Bronx, and I said, "Hey, you know what? I can ride the subway part of the way. I think I can do it because I'm always on the subway with somebody, so I don't get lost." He said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah." So he tried to tell me which one to jump on and which one not to jump on and all that stuff. So it was so funny. So I rode it. I got on. I was scared as all outdoors because I was scared I was gonna get on the wrong one. Because on the weekend the trains flip. You know, the tracks change. So Emmett kept calling me, and you know sometimes your phone don't work when you're on the subway, right? So I rode the subway from Manhattan to the Bronx by myself.
Okay, so you official tissue now. Only take one trip.
I got off the subway and Emmett was right there at the exit, and I was like, "I made it, cuz I made it, yes."
Yep, you made it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I was nervous though. I almost got on the wrong one. I almost got it wrong. I had these ladies help me out. It's like, no, come with us. You're going the wrong way. And I was like, oh, because you know, somebody say, come with me. You're like, all right, wait, hold up now. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying?
Especially in the city.
Yeah. But I got there. So what's good with you, Biff?
Nothing. Just had to make sure I get on here. You know, you one of the first people I've chatted with on Perry Channel, Geo Channel, and you've been nothing but pleasant, lovely. Did I say beautiful? I'm gonna say beautiful. You my internet crush for almost a year now. So I just had to come on and make sure I showed you the proper love on your birthday.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I can't even tell you all my crushes. You know what I'm saying? But according to this C19 things, it's nothing but birth control for me. That's all I'm saying.
We're gonna call it a virtual crush.
Yeah. Okay. Virtual crush. I appreciate that. And you know, I want to say this to you because I don't get to talk to you any more than the internet. You know, I really appreciate your friendship. I really appreciate the love that you show me, you know, because you do it from the kindness of your heart. Because if it wasn't done from the kindness of your heart, you know, I could tell, you know what I'm saying? People be fronting, and you've never been a person that front, and I appreciate that. So the support and the love that you show me, I very much appreciate it. I want you to really know that I truly mean that.
Thank you. Look, y'all understand, y'all helped me out when I was afraid to leave my house. Only went to work and back. I lost a lot of friends because I wasn't communicating. My mental health issues came back a lot. So chatting with y'all every Friday in the beginning made me come in my shell so much. And y'all just making me laugh and being genuine and just, oh my goodness. Y'all helped me open up to the point where I started talking to my own friends again and getting out, and it gave me something to look forward to every week. So that's why I'm gonna show y'all support too. Ain't no more support to show. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you up. I know it's your birthday, so I'm gonna get out of here. Mr. Emmett, BX for life, baby.
Okay, Biff, you take care, man.
I'm gonna holler at you. Val, nothing but love.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Hopefully I can get to one of your shows within the next year. We're gonna work it out. Hopefully everything keeps getting better and better.
Hey,
but
I don't mind.
I'm gonna be on.
I'm looking forward to coming to another show in New York. I love, you know, it's so funny because, like, I'm gonna say this before you get off, because Emmett has taught me a lot about theater world when it comes to New York, and you have to say, as a entertainer, okay, actor, actress, in that capacity, it is hardcore in New York, because New York is a make it or break it spot, not like LA. New York is a make it or break it spot. New York, you're gonna have to be on the top of your game for what you want, what you're doing. You can't talk your way through it. You're going to have to be on top of your game. So I have to say, I've never been fearful to get on the stage, but all I know is that I've never been fearful to get on the stage. Hello? But at the same time, I'm live, babe. Oh, you want me to bring some food? No, thank you. Bye. Okay, bye. Okay. So the thing is about New York, I had to tell you, I was a little nervous about going on stage there. Dealing with the fact is, because when you go, I'm going there and nobody knows me. Nobody except the person who's in charge of the room. And she barely knew me at the time. But she said that she loved, she said she loved me because our conversation, because I'm just keeping it straightforward with her too. You know what I'm saying? So to go there and then to get off the stage and these people that I don't even know, never seen before. Oh, I love you. Oh, what I don't. That made me feel so good. That makes you feel like you're on top of your game and you know what the hell you're doing. So, like I say, I read people, kind of well, and from day one, you've been day one, and I appreciate that.
I'm gonna get you a Yankee hat. You honorary Bronx. I don't know if it's a Bronx. I hate Bronxopian, but you in my heart. Like no lie. Like I said, y'all really helped me out a lot, and I just appreciate you. So I want to make sure I was on tonight.
Oh, okay, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right.
All
I'll
right,
be in the
take care.
comments.
Okay, take care. I want to tell Emmett too. Emmett, I got your cash. Thank you so much, cousin, for the cash app. I really appreciate that. That was wonderful of you. You always so supportive. I don't even know how to. You gonna make me cry. Jimmy, thank you for telling me happy birthday. Let me catch up on those. Dot, thank you for the birthday shout out. Let me see. Happy birthday, Oh Val. Habanero, thank you for the birthday shout out. Thank you. Like I say, anybody that's in here, if you are not a subscriber of my channel, please subscribe. Okay, please follow me. I have fun. I have fun. There's be a lot of little things that I post on there that you can get a quick laugh off of, and I will appreciate you hanging in there and getting some laughs with me. Okay, all right. Gio, did I lose your brother? I see he got it on mute. Okay, all right.
So Val, can I ask you a question?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay, let you finish first.
No, I was just saying you ain't losing. I just feed my son to sit up here
Oh.
listening to the birthday.
I know that you have to get to. I know you're going to Bible study, so I was just trying to see if you had anything else to say before you leave us. I was trying to get an opportunity to say something.
No, it's just a pleasure working with you. Because you're super funny. You're gifted. You're talented. Keep being talented. Keep doing what you're doing. Don't worry about anything. I got your back. I'm here. Anytime you need me, I'm gonna pop up on you. And I'm just gonna get to this Bible study here in a minute. And we're gonna see you Friday for your sit down. You already know
Yeah.
what time
All right. Thank you. Thank you. I very much.
birthday,
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Gio, and not just because what the people say in the chat when I'm on with you. The people like what they like the yay and nay with us. You know what I'm saying? They like it because one thing about you that I really appreciate is that you don't try to convince me your way. I don't try to convince you my way. We both accept each other's opinion on stuff and we move on. And I love that about you. So I appreciate you for even giving me the platform to help grow what I'm trying to do, to expand what I'm trying to do, that you didn't have to do that. And I'm very much appreciative for all the help that you have given me. Okay. I want you to know that.
It's no problem. This ain't nothing but YouTube, but we need to, as people, we need to stick together, period. So,
right.
it ain't no problem for me at all. And
Thank
I
you.
do love you, Oh Val. And Emmett, I like the name, my brother. I like the name. I ain't going to tell you why, but I like the name, man.
I'll tell him why later.
Okay. All right, Oh Val and Emmett, y'all have a good day now.
Thank you, brother.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye.
I'm going to bring somebody else up, but then Emmett, go ahead and what you going to say, bro?
Yeah. What I wanted to ask you, because I think it's very interesting for people who want to take a step into their entertainment, if they find out they get the entertainment bug. How did you all of a sudden decide that you want to do stand-up? What was that moment that said, this is what I want to do?
Well, I've always been the family class clown. You know that. But
Right.
when I used to do that, when I used to just make jokes when we get-togethers and stuff like that, and say little smart little things, I've always wrote jokes. I've wrote jokes since I was in junior high school. Tell you the truth, I used to write jokes, and I just was always, when I got older, when I was younger writing the jokes, I used to watch Richard Pryor. So when I was younger, we couldn't cuss, but I would listen to Richard Pryor cuss all the time, and that's where I would write the jokes. So I couldn't say the jokes that I wrote because I'm gonna get in trouble for cursing. So when I got older, I got into church, and so when I got into church, I didn't want to be a hypocrite to be saying, Saturday night, oh, this motherfucker this and that, and then Sunday morning I would be talking about praise Lord, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to seem like I was a hypocrite. So I was always too scared to go on stage and say the jokes that I really wrote. And so when I got ready to turn 50, taking my dad back and forth to chemo, we just had long conversations. And my dad had said, "Why didn't you ever try stand up? You always been so funny." And then I said, Dad, I just always was scared to do it. And he said, "Oh, you should never be scared. You know what?" He said, "That's one thing that I've learned, in a situation in my life." He said, "Because I don't know how long God gonna have me here." He said, "But," he said, "some things I wish I would have done that I didn't do." So that made me think. I know that I was getting ready to turn 50, and there's some things in life I want to do that I wish that I, would have done. And he said, do it before you can't do it. So when he passed away, when I went on that Ron and Sexy cruise where I met Ronnie Walker at the one that was here earlier, I decided to go to their, they had open mic. And I had decided to go. And it's like, well, how you got jokes? I had jokes all the time on my phone because I always take joke notes in my phone. So I got a couple of jokes together, wrote them all down on the paper, wrote me a little cheat sheet to put in my hand. And then when I went on stage, I had a couple of drinks, and I'm a lightweight with drinking. So I had a couple of drinks and stuff. So when I went there, I just let it flow. And I didn't even use my notes. And when I got off stage, well, they called me back up. And it was Q, the comedian, the one that just married Spinderella. He told me it could not be my first time. And everybody there was a professional. And they said, it could not be your first time. And I was like, yeah, it's my first time. So they told me if that was my first time, I better not stop. So I didn't stop. So that's what inspired me to do it. But let me say this about me writing jokes before I introduce my next two people up here. I wrote jokes, like I said, all them years. I used to go to the comedy shows, and it was a comedy show that was at the Hilton where I worked. And one of the comedians that was there was oh my God.
You want to say hi to Oh Val?
I can't even think of her name. Her name was Sherry Shepherd. Sherry Shepherd. Okay. Now Sherry Shepherd was one of the comedians. So when she got off stage, I ran into her outside and I said, "Hey, I write jokes." I said, would you like to buy some jokes?" And she said, yeah, you write jokes. I said, yeah. So she took my number. She said, "Let me get your number." So we went to the cage. She wrote my number down. She said, "I'm gonna give you a call." I said, okay. She never called me. So I was kind of felt down about that. You know what I'm saying? So then too, it's funny because after my dad passed away, I was cleaning out some stuff and I was cleaning out his stuff. And I decided, I'm gonna throw these jokes away because I ain't gonna never do this. So I had a whole bunch of jokes that I threw away. Wow. So I basically started off from the ones I did remember, and I started off with new ones.
Wow, it's just amazing how you got there from your life. I mean, yeah, it's one thing being funny. It's another thing about doing it on stage. And I thought the same thing those professionals thought when I seen your performance. I'm like, you're just a natural for this. You should have been doing this forever. And so I'm glad that you did realize it was your passion and that you now are moving forward with that and your career at the stage it is today.
One thing that I talk about with Miss Arkansas, and I'm introducing Miss Arkansas, the comedian. And one thing that I do talk about with her when I first met her, because I was very impressed with her when I met her, because she never knew that I already knew about her because I had watched her on TV. So I had already knew about her. So when someone wanted to introduce me to her, I was overwhelmed, I want to meet her. I was so excited, to meet her. And we talked about, the stages of comedy and stuff like that. So she's been there way longer than me. So she has encouraged me on certain things, how to handle certain situations and everything else. But the thing is, I looked at some stuff that she's told me and realized that it wasn't my time. And the reason why I said it wasn't my time is because I wasn't financially able to travel and do what I needed to do if it was presented to me. I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? I was living paycheck to paycheck. So I couldn't take that chance and say, hey, I need a month off. Hey, I need 2 weeks off. Hey, I need a week off. I need to travel here and do this. Because the money I made traveling might not cover what the money I missed. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I learned. That's what I've learned from Miss Arkansas is even though she's been doing this for over 20 years, the point is it wasn't my timing because I could not afford to do and take the steps that she has done. I could afford that at the time. So to keep me from like I said, to keep my value of myself, I'm not saying that was her because she had opportunities that I might not had, but at the same time,
Right.
I couldn't financially afford to do it at that time.
Well, all my children was pretty much grown or gone or thought they was grown and went
Mhm.
on about their business. So that gave me the chance to do what I wanted to do. Then I always kept me at least two boyfriends to support me if I didn't if I didn't have
You
enough
sound
money.
You go, girl.
Woo.
But
Okay,
with the
tell the
help
truth.
of the
Tell the
good
truth
Lord,
and shame the devil.
come
That's
on now.
right.
But with the help of the good Lord, He have blessed me to go to some amazing places. So
And
yeah.
let me introduce her and I'm gonna come back to you. Okay, because look, I had to put my glasses on. I was like, that is not you. I just can't believe that you finally popped
Child,
in
I
here.
hurry up and throw the wig on and draw my eyebrows. I said, Lord, I gotta go on here for a minute.
No,
It's
I'm,
her
I'm talking about.
birthday. Oh,
Thank
you
you.
talking about her?
Yeah. Okay. I'm talking about To Be Black Native. What's up?
I'm sorry I'm not as pretty as Miss Arkansas,
Oh,
but
yes, you
I wanted
are.
to holler at you.
You know what? I appreciate. I talk to you so much, but in the comments, but I never get a chance. This is my first time ever get a chance to face the internet, whatever, face to face talk to you, and
Wow.
I appreciate you stopping by. Let me tell you something. The comments that you be leaving, don't think that
Uh-huh.
I'll be paying attention to them. I pay attention to all of it, and I appreciate the things that you say about me. I really do.
I love you.
Oh,
You're
thank
my girl.
Oh,
you,
You're my
thank
favorite
you.
comedian now because my favorite comedian over here, he won't come. I wanted him to meet you, but he won't come.
What's his
who
name?
is he?
He's my husband.
Oh,
I remember that. Okay, I remember that night on GOC. You was talking about that. You said
With
that your
Gio.
husband. Yeah,
Yeah.
you was talking about that. Tell him that's okay.
Hmm.
Tell him that's okay. I'm gonna meet him anyway, sooner or later.
We're coming out to Vegas, and I'm gonna. I,
November.
I
You
don't
said
I don't like
November.
cussing, but if you have a clean show, I'm gonna be out in Vegas because my in-laws live out there.
Let me say this, okay? Because me and Miss Arkansas talk about this all the time. She does mostly clean. She might say a cuss word here and there, but she does mostly clean, and she
Hmm.
does a lot of clean bookings. I
Good.
do
right.
both. I do both. I'm going to tell you one thing. I enjoy cursing more. I'm going to tell you the truth. Okay.
I know. I
I
know
enjoy
you
cursing more.
do.
But this is the thing. We just had a family reunion on my dad's side. Couple of Saturday. Today's what's today? Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. So
Hmm.
anyway, we had it Saturday. So they asked me ahead of time. This is how they asked me. It's so funny. They said, Val, can you do you think you can give us some comedy, some clean? You got some clean stuff to tell us? And I said, sure. I said, y'all don't understand. I do what's requested of me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's not I'm not one of those comedians. I only got my 5 little jokes I gotta tell, and that's the only ones I can tell. If you can't take the joke the way I tell it, I ain't got nothing else to do. I can tell those same 5 jokes clean. I can tell those same 5 jokes dirty. Okay?
Hmm.
So I know how to
You're
clean up.
versatile.
I am a professional. I know how to clean up what I need to clean up. I know how to do what's needed. So
Right.
I did a 15-minute set at the family reunion. I was supposed to get them 5 minutes. I gave them 15,
Good
and
for you.
everybody loved it.
That's
Everybody
what's
loved
up.
it. Everybody loved it. I've had so many subscribers now following me now. I didn't know you was my cousin. I didn't know you was my cousin. So, and I didn't say not one cuss word.
Well, I'm gonna have
That's
to
what's
invite you
up.
to my family reunion. I think it's coming up in 22. Everything will go
Hey,
good,
invite me.
I
Like I
think.
say, I go where the money resides. Where the money
When it
resides. Where the money
resides.
resides.
Yeah, the last couple of times it was in Sacramento, but I'm from New Orleans, so it's usually in New Orleans. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Okay.
be
But
keeping in
you
touch.
know what though, Val?
What?
When I do those clean jokes, it costs more because I have to think harder.
Wait, that's so funny because
That's
I
a
didn't
good
post it
point.
up, but I didn't post it. It's so funny. I got ready to talk about one of my cousins, right? Because I went. So since this was a family reunion, I touched on different relatives, so we can all know, laugh about that. And that's what everybody liked. It's like, oh, you touched on everybody, and I said mostly everybody. I can't touch on everybody because my grandparents had 16 or 13 kids, so I can't talk about all my aunts and uncle there. But I did touch on some of them, so it was enough to make everybody laugh. So everybody that was a part of it felt their part of their, if it was their grandfather or whatever, they felt it. So that
Right.
part. But the thing was, I just lost my train of thought. Well, I was going to tell you something about that. Oh Lord,
It'll
have
come back
mercy,
to you.
About the thing.
huh?
What was the
Oh,
thing?
one of my cousins used to be my teacher in 1974. She was my teacher. And she turned, and after that, she turned my social studies, and I said social worker when I was doing the comedy, but social studies teacher. And then she turned out, and then later on, she would turn out to be a lawyer. Okay, but the thing
Oh,
was,
okay.
yeah, so she's real strict. So the thing was, I made a joke about her, and I said, she was my teacher, and I said, oh yes, right, I got to keep this clean, and everybody bust up laughing.
That's funny.
So I got on her case, and I fronted her about it. I said, all I want to know is why didn't I get an A in your class just off of family strength? Why didn't I get an A in the class? Because she gave me a B. And my dad used to pay me for my grades. I got more money for the A's. And she shorted me. She got me shorted.
Wow. So how
But
are you feeling, Val? Do you feel older, younger, the same? How are you feeling on your special day?
thank you, Biff. Biff got off and he gave me a cash out. Thank you, Biff. Um, how I feel is that I can say this has been a joyous occasion for me today because, as you know, with the flood and stuff in my home, it kept me kind of down. You know what I'm saying? I've been off work for over a week and a half and trying to get everything together, and then it's just a point of real one thing that any individual, whether you black or white, you have to realize that make sure you watch what you're signing. And I just can't stand the trickery that they try to bring over here to me to say that I was signed for them to decide who's going to fix it, who's going to dry it out, and then pay the deductible to them, and then they go about it. I said no, 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 because for number one, I put on there, you need to give me an itemized items of what you're covering and what you're not covering, because you will not repair something and then say I'm responsible for it because it's not covered.
Right.
So that's one thing that as individuals we have to really pay attention, because that's the way people get put in so many trick bags. Because see, Bishop Collier has an air conditioning company, and my air had went out the night before the water happened. So it was Labor Day, so he came and he fixed my air when he got back to town. But he told me about a elderly black woman that had the same situation as a flood, and she signed it, and the insurance company ended up suing her because things was fixed and it wasn't covered. So that's what I'm
Wow.
saying. And he was like, "Oh, Valerie, that's good you said that because I know somebody that just happened to." I said, "Yes." When I read the stuff that was on there, I was like, "Oh, no, 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 no." I said, "You got to."
Wow.
It's like you. I said, "You want me to sign saying some stuff I disagree with?" Oh, you know what he told me? That's just the old paperwork. That's just the way to. Oh, I said, "Well, when you get the new paperwork, then I'll sign it."
There you
Right.
go.
So,
Amen.
so I'm saying that for a lesson for somebody else to understand. Make sure that you read what you're signing, and if you disagree with something that's written, you're not obligated that you have to sign it. And if there's something in
Right.
there that you disagree with, make sure that you point out what you disagree with.
That's good
I had
advice.
got a 12 Pro iPhone. And like I said, the people on the phone had told me one thing, then they had somebody to deliver the phone to me. I'm
Uh huh.
thinking they just bringing it and gonna set it up and going on about their business. They take out their little iPad, they doing this and that, and then gonna tell me how much I'll be paying. What is y'all doing? They already told me what I was gonna be paying. So, make a long story short, I got a bill. Well, it was on my email saying my bill was gonna be $300 some. Oh,
Whoa.
baby, I got a
Woo.
little acting skill. I went in that AT&T store and I cried like I had lost a loved one. And
Uh
when I
oh.
tell you that manager extended my 14 days because I had went over the 14 days, oh
Mm-hmm.
baby, he extended it. took that phone back, put it back in stock, and then charged me the $55 to put it back, or none of that.
She did
Oh,
an Ed
baby,
Cook, honey.
I cried till I got behind Walmart. Then I dried my face.
She
Let
said
me
we
tell you
had a
something.
$300 bill. She didn't want to pay it.
I tell people
She pulled the Ed Cook.
you gotta use that pretty
She
face too
start
sometimes.
crying though.
Wait, I use it to my benefit at times. If I need to, I use that pretty face. If you think, oh yeah, baby, yeah, yeah, what can you do for me? Yeah,
Oh, honey, that wasn't working. I had to cry.
You know what that
Oh,
reminds me of, Val? You know
what?
what? My husband had a boss that he forgot to pay the phone bill, and my husband used to work for a guy that did what was that called, babe? Bail bondsman, and
Okay.
the phone got turned off, and he needed to, that's his money maker. People calling
Right.
in, so he gets on the phone and he goes, after he paid the bill, he gets on the phone. He goes, "Well, I don't know why y'all turned my phone off." And he was yelling at this woman. He said, I paid that bill. That's wrong. You better fix it. You better fix it.
I bet they fixed it too.
They sure did. Well, when they checked, she said,
Wow.
"Oh, sir, I am so sorry. I apologize. I apologize."
Hey,
Wow.
we gotta do what we gotta do. See,
Yeah.
hey, Emmett, I told you, Emmett, I can act when I need to act.
Yeah, I know you there.
And the kill thing, I'm tell you something. I took up an acting class in the 12th grade, and the reason why I took up that acting class is because I needed when you was a senior, you could have only 4 classes. You didn't have to have all the 6 classes, but if you had to have 4 classes, a minimum. So I wanted a class that I felt was easy. So I took up, because I had all my credits already. All I needed was government to graduate. So I took up theater, thinking, oh, that should be easy. She would go up there. Man, that class wasn't easy. That lady told us, she said, if you think that you're going to come to my class and just sit here and don't do anything and don't practice and don't learn no lines, you got another thing coming. Now, I'm worried about my GPA now, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I got a D one time on one of the, because I didn't practice my lines. I got up there and made up stuff. When it was done, you know what she told me? That was nice. That was cute and everything, but I just want to know what play was that. She just bust me out just like that, because she sat there, in the studio, and we would go on stage and we would do all the stuff, and she didn't interrupt me the whole time. That's the part that killed me. She never came in and said, "That's not the line. That's not the line." She didn't.
Right.
She never said nothing. She waited till I was totally done. And then she said, sat back, and she said, that was nice. That was interesting story. But which play was that? Because that's not the play that
She said, "I never heard of that play."
Yeah, she said, that was interesting. You might want to write that as a play or something, but that wasn't a play that I gave you to do.
Wow.
So on that assignment, she gave me a D. And she said, the only reason why I don't give you an F because you went up there and made an effort. So I was like, no more. I practiced my lines after that.
Wow.
Let's
You
go.
looking pretty like you get ready to go somewhere.
I'm going here. This is my party. This is my online party.
This is my party, and I party if I like it. However that song goes.
But you know what though? What that did teach me is that it taught me where to stand on a stage. You know what I'm saying? It taught me where to stand on the stage and how to make sure I'm not blocking. So that it did teach me a lot. So that's the reason why, as Miss Arkansas, you know this for a fact. I talk about even with my lymphedema, it makes it harder. And I had told her this one time we went on the show, and I told her, I said, I hated that I couldn't move that much because my feet were hurting. Mm-hmm. So my legs and my feet be swelling up. So sometimes I cannot move. So I wasn't moving as much, but I like to walk the stage, and I learned that from Samora. I used to watch Samora, and I like how she walked the stage. So,
I love Samora.
Yeah, so I learned how to walk the stage, and I noticed how that keeps people's interest. So I learned in theater how to make sure that I'm standing in the right position where I'm not blocking. Like when not to turn my back and how to stand in between people and all that. So I learned that.
That sounds like me when I used to get a whooping from my mama. Learn what
That's different.
Yeah,
it's hard to hit a moving target.
Come on now, act like she killing me.
Thank you, Dot. Thank you, Doc, for stopping by. Enjoy your evening too. Thank you for stopping by. Let me give these people a shout out. Hennessy, the Black Rose. Thank you for stopping by. Hennessy, I love that girl. She always in everything I do. I appreciate your support so much. You just don't know. I really appreciate your support, and thank you for everything that you said to my birthday. Okay. Um. What is this? I know that I think the H is supposed to be a J. I'm not too sure. Okay. Collaboro. I'm not gonna mess up your name. Anyway, I already did. But anyway, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. Biff, you know I got much love. Biff said to you, he said, let me show this comment right here. Biff is crazy. Now Biff just finished talking about how much he liked me. He look up. Miss Arkansas, do you need a third boyfriend? All right, you better stop playing with her. That's a pro now. That's a pro. Let's stop playing with her. You be direct depositing your checking her account. You better stop playing with her. And then
well,
he said,
if you all let, I can get rid of the other two.
I heard that.
He sure said on there. Okay, let's see. It gets insomnia from time to time. Okay, Dot said that. Jimmy, I just woke up. Thank you, Jimmy, for stopping by.
That's what's up.
Okay. I promise everybody I will read all these later. I appreciate all the comments and everything.
Do you only take Cash App? You don't take PayPal and Zelle?
I do Zelle too. I just don't.
Okay.
I just have push Cash App on there. I do Zelle.
Inbox me your Zelle.
I will, baby. I will. Thank you.
I love y'all. God bless.
I love you.
Love you too.
Thank you for stopping by.
Oh, my pleasure. And you enjoy. May you have 57 more years.
And thank you for your support to an internet. I really do appreciate it too.
Wow.
Love you.
Love you
nice
more.
meeting you, Miss Arkansas. Bye,
Yes,
Mr.
ma'am.
Emmett Thrower.
Nice meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Wow.
That was so nice meeting her. And how I met her was I met her on the internet, and her husband is a comedian.
Oh.
And what happened was I was on Gio's channel and we were talking stuff. And y'all know me. I talk mess all the time, and I'm I might say this and that, and I say a couple curse words here and there, right?
Right.
And she says, I like comedy, but I like clean comedy. I think you're funny as all I do it, but my husband is a comedian, but he does it clean, and I like the clean comedy. And I said, and I just made a joke to her, like, well, maybe you need to listen to your husband, but what I'm saying, just messing with her, so she could take a joke, and I told her, and I said, let me explain. I said, I do clean and I do dirty. And she was like, and I said, I understand where you're coming from, because I have heard that from several comedians that, you can get further doing the clean stuff, because then you're more versatile and people have to worry about it. I said, I just enjoy cursing. And when I can curse, I do curse, but I do know how to do it clean. But sometimes I make some people so nervous. They're so nervous that I'm going to curse.
Well, go ahead.
I said they're scared you're gonna slip off the curb, man.
Well, one time I was at a show and it had to be clean, and my daughter was taping me, and my daughter said, I just knew you was gonna slip, Mama. I just knew you was gonna slip. But I didn't slip, but she said she was waiting for me to slip. I just knew you was gonna slip, Mama.
Wow. I've been doing comedy a little over 30 years, but the first 5, 6, 7, I even say 10. For the first 10 years, I missed out on a whole lot of money because I thought I couldn't do clean comedy. And then this bishop at the church I was going to, he went over there on YouTube being nosy. And he was like, Miss Arkansas, you know what? He said, you really ain't no dirty comedian. All you got to do is remove the cursing and the jokes will still be funny. So a lot of the jokes I tell, I just take the cussing out and they still work. But like I said, I missed out on a lot of money. So I tell the up-and-coming comedians, when you first start off with you a clean set. Because you can always dirty it up, but it's so hard cleaning it up.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And that's the same thing that Donnie Johnson, that dude Donnie, he told me that when I first started. He said, write your jokes clean. And he said, you can always dirty it up, but write it clean.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, okay.
And
then
love him.
Before I even started doing comedy, Sweet Lou Collins, I talked to him about doing comedy, and I said, but I like the curse, and he told me to take the curse now, right? And then we had Galaxy Glenn. Galaxy Glenn told me the same thing, take the cursing out, right? And I'm like, oh, but I'm trying to get into that feel of how I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? So D-Lay was the one that used to keep pushing me to do stand up. He's like, Val, I got you, I'll help you, I'll help you. Like, no, I can't do it,
Right.
I can't do it, you know. But it was so funny when the first time I ever seen him perform, because I'm working with him every day. We work together. So he write jokes, and I sometimes I have a joke and I throw it at him. He said, I doctor it up. I can, do something with that. So first time I ever see him perform, I had this one perception of him, but then he's on stage, it was all that. I was like, I was like, who is that? You know what I'm saying? I was like, who is that? So I think that sometimes that's the perception that people get of me because they see me one way and then they get on stage and do that. So I always tell people, I'm one way on stage. Don't forget that's acting. And then I said, then there's a different me that's an everyday person. So I was just telling, and it's funny because God is my witness. I just telling Miss Arkansas this last week. I said, I find myself doing what? What did I tell you I find myself doing?
Trying not to curse.
No. What did I tell you? I said I found myself doing too much of
Cursing.
That's what I told you. I said I have found
it ain't
myself.
the idea that you do too much cursing.
No. I told you.
You just seem like you Bernie Mac little sister.
Well, I told you that's my inspiration. Bernie Mac.
Right. That
anybody know that? Anybody know that? My three people was Bernie Mac, Richard Pryor, and some more. They are everybody that knows me know that.
You cuss like a drunk sailor.
So what I'm saying is that I just told you this last week. I said what I find myself doing is because I watch all my sets. That's why I tape every one. Right. I watch all my sets, and I said what I find myself doing is I find myself cursing too much for myself.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I'm not going to curse because I'm going to curse
right.
if it need to be. But I'm saying I find myself cursing too much, so I have to go back to my original way that I was, that I do my comedy. Because I find, sometimes when everybody has their own way of how they control the room. Okay,
right.
I find myself that the rowdier the room is, the more I will curse.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but it's just like that's the way I grab people's attention because I don't want to just stand up there and say, "You shut the fuck up, y'all listen." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the rowdier the room is, that's just the more I curse.
I curse at the church.
You did not.
I just tell them, I say, you know what? The 3 curse words I'm getting ready to say, I found them in the Bible, y'all. I say, ass is a donkey. I say, damn is water, but I put the N on the end. I say, hell is where we going and we'll get ourselves together.
Oh, girl, you is crazy.
And they start laughing. I said, I found them 3 in the Bible.
Okay.
But they go to laugh, and I explain to them that I ain't really cussing in church. I only want to cuss on the church ground, as long in church,
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah.
But it's as long as bringing laughter, and that's what's mostly needed now, especially in this sad, sick world we in. We need it more now than ever. I love when I listen to yourself or a few other comedians. I be needing that laugh myself,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But the thing about it, though, don't tell me don't cuss, and you be cussing your own self.
Yeah, that's true. I can't stand a hypocrite like that. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, you get other comedians and then actors too, as we know, Emmett. You get people that they'll come in the room just to judge what you're doing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. And then sometimes, you know what? They might be judging you, but they're learning from you.
Right. It's amazing that you said that because when I first met Monique, and we did a couple of shows at the Improv in Ontario, California. Then she took me to Chicago for sold out shows at the Improv out there. And on our last night, we was headed to our rooms, and she stopped me. She said, "Miss Arkansas, baby, I want you to know you inspire me." Because I wasn't drinking and drugging like a lot of them that was around her. I done had my days. I ain't got to do what you do, so she saw that when, like, say, for instance, the waiter come in, can I get you a cocktail? A lot of them order something they know they wouldn't have bought if they had to pay for it themselves.
Right.
And then she come over there to me, Miss Arkansas, can I get you a cocktail? I said, honey, I don't want no cocker, no tail. Let me get a bottle of water. I done had my drug and alcohol days. I don't have to do it just because I see somebody else doing it.
Well, so I know now for years I've known you that you don't drink. Why did you stop drinking?
Well, back in 1999, I was told I didn't have but one kidney. Then they
Hmm.
put me in some kind of machine and ran all kinds of tests, and they found out that I did have a left one, but they was telling me it wasn't functioning. So I just stopped drinking sodas first.
Oh,
And
okay.
then I was like, well, if I'm gonna keep drinking alcohol, I might as well keep drinking sodas. So
Uh-huh.
one day I just decided to stop, and that was like on May the 1st. I always pick me a day so I could be like, that's my,
It's your anniversary day.
anniversary, the
Uh-huh.
next one or whatever.
Right. Uh-huh.
So 4 years and what, like 5 or 6 months now. I wasn't no heavy drinker, no way. I didn't keep it at home. Like when I was at the shows, I might have a Budweiser and a shot of Absolute and cranberry juice.
Uh-huh.
And a lot of times I be at them shows, they be thinking I'm high now, but I don't be having nothing. I just be laughing because everything funny to me.
Right. Right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I just quit. And then like over 30 some years ago, I tried Coke. I was on it for like 11 months and looked like I was on it like 11 years. And I'm telling you, them dogs over in Memphis at the racetrack, baby, I looked like one of them. All I needed was a rabbit to run behind. Uh, but
Are you serious? Really?
praise God, it's been over 30 years now, no Coke.
Wow.
Like 18 years, no marijuana. And then, like I said, a little over 4 years, no alcohol. And honey, I used to shoplift. Oh baby, I didn't take nothing from people, houses or homes or nothing. But I
Right.
felt like them stores was mine, like they owed me that. And if it wasn't sold down, glued down, locked down, changed down, oh baby, I took it. But I could truly say on today, it's been over 20 years I haven't put my hand on nothing that don't belongs to me. And I just felt like God was cleaning me up before allowing me to blow up.
Now you say in 20 years you haven't put nothing, touched nothing that don't belong to you.
Oh, that penis wasn't mine,
Oh,
but
oh, okay. I know you thought I was getting ready to say.
it wasn't mine, but he had that in his own hand.
Girl, I'm getting ready to act a mess. I was getting ready to say that too. I sure was. I was finna clown on you. I was finna say, okay, well, what
Right,
about
look,
you? You know what I'm saying?
that was in his own hand.
Okay, okay.
Yeah,
We got
but
we
it
got to throw we
feels
got to throw a
good
joke in
though.
there. We got to throw a joke in there sometime or another. You know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Yeah, so a lot of big things have happened and still happening, and I'm just grateful, that I'm waiting because my mother used to always talk about, like we was just saying earlier. She used to always tell us, "God timing ain't your timing." I didn't really understand what she was saying till I got older, or should I say wiser, and I realized that it wasn't, and I'm glad it wasn't because, honey, I already be rich, famous, and broke. But on today, I could truly say I haven't sold my soul, my goal, or my whole. I just been waiting. And if he don't do nothing else for me, meaning God, if he don't do nothing else for me, to be honest, he have done more than enough by allowing me to live to see all four of my children get grown and gone. 11 beautiful grandbabies. I'm not
11? You got
homeless.
11?
Girl, I would have had more than 11 if I hadn't swallowed them other six children.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
but but I have 11.
Mhm. Okay, I ain't gonna say. I'm keep my mouth closed on that one. Okay.
Yes. But I'm just enjoying it now, just enjoying life, man, because we don't know how much longer we have or whatever. So
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
just pretty much keeping him the head and doing me.
To be black native, the one lady who just left off, her husband's a comedian. She says, I have not drank alcohol, smoked anything in over 40 years.
Wow.
There
Praise
there
God.
was
Congratulations.
there was many alcoholics in my family. I had to break the curse.
Great,
Wow.
great.
Hmm. That's nice. That's nice.
My
I think
daddy
that.
was an alcoholic. My mother hated that. I remember it being below zero, below zero. It was so cold outside, y'all. Everything had froze up. Ice was on the trees. Everything was froze. You hear me? So
Hmm.
he got ready to go out, and you know how the fellas, they act like they hear what we saying, but then they get on the other side of that door. They like forget what you said.
Hmm.
That's what daddy did. He went out drinking. My mom said, you go out drinking tonight, you ain't getting in. He
Hmm.
said, baby, I ain't going out drinking. He
Hmm.
went out and got drunk. He
Okay.
thought about what mama said when he got back home. He went to his car. He tore that car up. He couldn't find no peppermints, no gum. He couldn't find nothing in that car but a can of sardines.
Uh-huh.
He ate them sardines, went staggering up to that door. My mama said, you been drinking, ain't you? He said, baby, I ain't been drinking. Open the door. She said, blow your breath through that keyhole. He blew his breath through that keyhole. She lost her mind. She said, you done went from drinking to eating behind. I sure ain't letting you in now. He looked like old Black Frosty the Snowman.
Say you weren't drinking, you was eating ass. What is you doing? I hope
Yeah,
wait. I hope it was ass, because that's somebody cooked. You never go in. Never.
yeah, she told me he wasn't getting in. Lord Jesus.
So anyway,
Wow.
what you got going on in I've been trying to get Bernice to follow through. I gave her the link and everything, and she got a problem with everything. I'm like, girl, just click the thing. I gave it to her. But Emma, what do you have going on in New York?
Well, I mean, for me personally, right now, I'm getting ready to uh, finish off, or actually begin and then finish the short film I'm getting ready to do about essential workers. But
Mm-hmm.
not just your average, the cops and how they already had this. I'm talking about the people working in the grocery store, in the
Mm-hmm.
drugstore, who deliver, food and things like that. Those are the people who didn't even know they were essential.
Mm-hmm.
And those are
Oh,
the people who really paid a heavy price so that we can get stuff delivered, get our prescriptions delivered, get our food delivered, get our pizza delivered. And so that's the story that you don't see them telling that. So
Right.
right.
we
What's the
understand about the police and the nurses and all that. But so that's what I'm working on. And so that's going to take me through the rest of the year.
what is that y'all call it? Y'all call it the Bodere. What do y'all call it? It's something.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all call it. To us, that's like a 7-Eleven, but to y'all, that's a border because they got deli food in there and stuff. So
No,
it cracked.
bodegas are usually owned by people of Latin descent, even from Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, and the stores that they open up in the community they call bodegas.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
uh-huh. Yeah. First time I heard that, I was like, what? What are you talking about? I didn't know what he was talking about when he said they like, hey, let's go. I was like, what? And so we went in there and he got a sandwich and everything. I'm like, shit, this like a 7-Eleven to us. What are you talking about? Because
Right.
that's what we call something like that. Look, little neighborhood store is like a 7-Eleven to us. So
Yeah,
they're
because
like,
we don't
oh
really
no.
have 7-Elevens here in the city. So
Right.
it's like bodegas. You go in there and get breakfast stuff in the morning. They'll make you sandwiches on the grill, egg, bacon and eggs. Philly cheesesteak. You name it,
Mm-hmm.
euros. So yeah, it is like a 7-Eleven.
Oh, okay. Okay. So that's the reason why they said it. Okay, well, like I said, I really appreciate you coming by. I mean, I really appreciate the thank you for the cash app, my cousin. That was so sweet of you. I want to tell you something. I really enjoyed, even though it's been some time. I see you guys still put up the pictures when you have my shirt on, you have my t-shirt on, you have my hat on. I really appreciate that. That's so
Right.
that really touches my heart when y'all do that. That's really really nice.
Because I enjoy wearing it because to me it's like, this is my cousin. Who's that? It's my cousin. And so, I really like to share what family is doing. I'm very proud of Valerie. And
Right.
Carla, she's my cousin, and Carla, she follows her dream. So yeah, I wear the stuff that she gave me. I wear it, and like people get things like that, t-shirts and hats, and they get it, they put it away. I wear mine.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It was money well spent. I appreciate you for buying it. That's
Oh
money well
yeah,
money well
so
spent. You and your wife. I was like, okay. He's like, no, I want the hat too. I'm like, oh,
for
okay.
everything, for everything. So we got everything. So and it's about supporting. I mean, yeah,
Right.
people just need to support friends and family, particularly family, when it comes to their trying to get a base, support what they're doing.
I had to say you was one of my first customers that bought the hat and the t-shirt, and you wanted the mug, but I didn't have the mugs with me. But I'm just saying you was one of the first ones to buy a whole set. Usually people buy a hat, they buy a t-shirt, but they don't want both of them. He was like, no, I want both. And but both of y'all to buy it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, excuse me. So I really appreciate that. And I
And
appreciate everything I've learned from you too. And I'm still learning.
But we all still learning, so and we all still
Right.
growing, and so we get to meet wonderful people like that you haven't come to your events and to your birthday video here. So it's interesting. I get an opportunity to meet some of the people out there who are doing the same thing, comedy, Miss Arkansas, and so forth.
Yes, it's an honor meeting you.
It's
Yeah,
wonderful.
we got to make sure when we have some time, you write me and Miss Arkansas one of your plays so we can come out there and we can do our comedy and perform in the play.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
cause I got about 300. Let me show you. Here go one right beside me. I got about 300 wigs, so I can be anybody you need me to be.
I hear you. I hear you. Yeah.
Hey, Ranu.
Hey, happy birthday, Val.
Thank you, Ranu. Thank you for joining us too, Ranu.
Yeah, I wouldn't miss this for the world. They had me working late, but I said I gotta get here and wish you a happy 21st birthday.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
okay.
21 plus something. We ain't gonna say what that plus is, but yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Val, I really, really love what you bring to the YouTube and what you just bring to the world, period. Since I met you, you've been what I appreciate about you is you've been very real. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
That's
That
yeah.
what's
is
up.
missing in the world right now.
hmm That's something that me and Miss Arkansas talk about. Because if somebody says something that say I said something, anybody that really know me, no, I keep it
Right.
100. You know what I'm saying?
You
Because the
do.
same thing I'm gonna say to somebody, I'm gonna say to that person. So I hate when somebody it aggravates me, and I've learned how when I got older to not let it move me as much when somebody lie on me. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I just say to me, like when somebody lie on me, if the person they lied on me to want to believe it, I'm good. I'm good with
Oh
you really was
well.
my friend.
Well, like
Because
you
if
said,
you really was my
Right.
friend,
they
you really
didn't
was
know
my friend,
you.
you would confront it. Right. That's what I said.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Those
saying.
of us who know you we know whether or not that don't even sound like nothing Val would say.
Mhm.
Go over there with that.
Right. So I'm not even gonna take the time out to clarify that with that person because I'm gonna show them that their friendship didn't mean that much to me because my friendship to them didn't mean much for them to believe it.
That part.
Right.
hmm But it took me some time to get there because I was one of those check you every time girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
Every time you say something that was the wrong way, I'm gonna check you. You know what I'm saying? But I've learned that what is it going to give me? Because I have friends that have been to a situation where their anger has taken them in a different area in their life. And
Mm-hmm.
I've been in a situation where I have let my anger take me into something that I have to live with for the rest of my life. So I've learned
Right.
that taught me a lesson that I don't want to lose my life locked up or whatever else because my anger has got in the way. You know what I'm saying? So I've learned how to let that adjust. Everybody's just because somebody says something, don't make it real. So
Right.
I'm not gonna fight over words. I'm gonna fight over actions, but I'm not gonna fight over words.
Right. But you got a lot to lose, you know what I'm saying?
Right?
And all of us, we don't come from the hood. So we was taught in the hood that you have to fight. But as you get older, you should get wisdom like you have right now. And you learn that every fight you ain't got to fight. I used to be the same way too. I had to feel like ain't nobody gonna punk me, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
But then them people that's trying to punk you don't got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right.
That's true. That's true. Thank you, Hope Love. She says, happy birthday. I didn't know. I just came in late. Happy birthday. Then she had a little chocolate cake. I love chocolate cake. Okay. Anyway, she said,
That sounds
you,
good.
no, she said, you make us all laugh and thankful for you. Happy birthday. Thank you. I really appreciate that, Hope. I really do. Ranu knows. I told Ranu that I'll read all the comments, whether they're good or bad. I read them all. But to me, like when somebody writes something bad, I don't address them anymore. But I know how to treat them. So you can't write something bad and then come smiling in my face, inboxing me. Oh, I just love you. No, you don't, bitch. You said this right here last week. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't go there until they go there with me. You know what I'm saying? I follow the way that I know, but I don't address it unless they come there with me. Then I don't do the fakery. I don't do the fakery. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
We too old to do that fake mess.
You know what? I have learned how to calm down some. I always was the person that's always trying to save everybody, always trying to help everybody. And I had to learn how to stop because a lot of times I start getting my feelings hurt because I'm putting in so much, but they're putting in half back. And then I got my feelings hurt because I'm expecting somebody to think and treat me the same way I think and treat them. And I had to learn how that don't work that way. That doesn't work that way.
So what's your plans for the rest of the evening?
I don't have any. I had to. One of my cousins wanted to take me out to eat, and my daughter's dog was sick, and so he been going out like every hour, every 2 hours. And so when I went to the vet yesterday to see what we can do about it, I say he ate something. I don't know what it was. It upset his stomach. And she was like, "You can't give him this pumpkin stuff," she said, but they were out of it. So she told me I had to give him chicken and rice. So she said boiled chicken and rice. So his little picky self, he didn't want to eat it last night. Then finally he ate the chicken. He didn't want the rice. Yeah. So now today, so he wanted dog treats. I was like, we were like, nope, no dog treats. So today I cooked again. I cooked the chicken, and this time I boiled the rice in chicken broth. So because I used the chicken that was already grilled chicken that's already, so I boiled it in a chicken broth. And then he loves cheese, and so I said like cheese might stop him up some because I need him to stop up some because I'm tired of him shitting every hour, you know. So I put a little cheese on there. He still wouldn't eat it. So let it cool off, and I picked up the chicken parts out of there with the fork and say, look. So he finally ate it. So I felt so good he finally ate because I know that after a while he gonna get so hungry he gonna finally eat.
Right. So the dog done ate. Now what are you gonna do?
Nothing. I still, you know what? Yesterday they came by to finally do the assessment of what all they need to fix. So now I have the opportunity now to move stuff. Cause see, I couldn't move things because they need to see what they need to do and stuff, all that. You know what I'm saying? Because what they want to do, they'll move it. Then they were saying, "Oh, that wasn't done. Oh, that wasn't done." Yes, it was. So I had to leave stuff. And because you came over here the other day, so and it's so funny because Miss Arkansas know how I am, and I was like, I don't want you to see my house all messed up. She's like, girl, I know what you're going through right now. I know how you keep a house. I know this ain't the way you keep a house. So, but see, some people will, because I had a situation where somebody came into my household, my other house, my second house, and I was remodeling the whole thing and going over there sometimes, not staying over there, and then she had nerve to say something when she got mad. And she said something about my house. And I was like, you ain't even got no house. You know what I'm saying? You talking about my stuff and you talking about some clean up your house. And I said, clean up my house. I had shit in there to clean up. You ain't got shit to clean up. You know what I'm saying? And you talking about my second house. You ain't got one house. You know what I'm saying? I said, girl, you better come on now. You know what I'm saying? So it's all right for people to throw mud. But make sure when you throw mud that you got a little patty cake that you sit on. You know what I'm saying? Right. So even with the COVID stuff, I'm picky about who I let in my household. Right. And even my car, you can't even say 3 people that been in my car in the last 3 years. Right. I know Ms. Arkansas can say she been in there, but I'm just telling you, I know, but we first started, we was both wiping stuff down. We just because I worked in the store because she like, girl,
get our pants wet. She been sprayed so much.
She'll be, girl, what you doing? I said, look, I don't want to give you these germs I'm bringing in from the store. I told her that. I said, I'm just going to keep it real. I don't want to get you sick. I don't want to get sick. and I don't want to get you sick. So she
Right.
appreciate that. Anybody else that's not a friend though, they would have been offended.
You right. And meaning of mentioning of getting sick, I just want to take out one moment and say my prayers are with AJ Johnson family.
Mm-hmm.
His brother Peanut, I reached out to him, let him know that everybody is praying and told him to keep me informed on, the arrangement or whatever. So if God say the same, I'd love to be there because he wasn't just a comedian, he was a good friend of mine. So
Oh, okay.
my
Okay, that's
prayers
good.
go out to them. And that made me do some thinking. I put on Facebook, I said, just thinking out loud. If you have a picture with me, drop it so I can see it while I can see it. Don't dig it up when I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And people been dropping some nice pictures. I was like, "Oh, when we took that? Oh my God! Oh, look at my hair! Look at."
Oh, like
But
you
it
did.
feel
Oh, like
good.
you did me one day when we was going through my phone looking for something, and we ran across a picture of me and her when we first met. She's like, "When you get that? Well, I don't even remember taking that picture with you." I was like, "Girl, this picture like 5 years old, six now."
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
But seeing them do that, it really feel good to be able to see it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of now, I pretty much know what pictures they'll post if something happened to me.
I'm not talking bad about nobody, and I know that's your friend, but when I used to be a dealer, AJ used
Hmm.
to come in there, and at the time, AJ had a bad gambling problem, you know, and
Oh yeah.
he was one of those feisty gamblers. You know what I'm saying? When he
Hmm.
lose, he get real nasty. He would get really nasty with you. You know what I'm saying? And he would get so irritated because people would come up and want to, like, oh, could you, get at your autograph, or, because they're looking at next Friday, they're looking at that guy, and he didn't want to be that guy at the time. He wanted to be the gambler. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to
Right.
be the comedian. He wanted to be the gambler. So what I'm trying to say is that with the fame come certain things, and certain things can be attached to you. So sometimes you gotta watch how your personality do. I don't want to see nobody pass away, but at the same time, I'm just gonna say, keeping it real. He was a nasty gambler.
Well,
No, no, I don't want you to say nothing to it.
no,
I don't want you to say nothing to it. I'm just saying.
I
I'm
ain't
just
got
saying.
nothing to say
Uh huh.
about that. I
Uh
ain't
huh.
seen
Uh
the
huh.
man gamble.
Right.
I can't talk
That's
about nobody gamble. Hell, I
no.
done went in there and lost every dime I had and had to call my dude and lie like somebody stole my purse. And I done did that about 3 times. He said, "Damn, where you keep putting your purse?" But you know, so I can't say nothing about that.
No.
I just know me personally. I just ask God to take that away from me because I want to be able to live here in Las Vegas, or either go in those places without putting my money in those machines. So,
Yeah, oh, we all been there. I've never been into the machines because I'm from Las Vegas, and I just always felt that machines was like stupid, stupid. I just grew up like that. I just always felt that the machines was just telling me I was stupid. So I never now the table games, shit. I mean, I go on table games with my friends. They're playing $5, like $5. I can't pay $5. I'm telling you the truth. I can't pay $5. I buy 100. I could go. You know what I'm saying? But to me, that's nothing. $20, $20. I'm not gonna.
right.
I can't put $20 in the machine. I'm like, oh,
Well, I had to do the slot machine cause shooting the dice almost got me killed, and it wasn't on no table. We was on our knees. I was
man.
a gambler, but time bring about a change if you want to change. So,
The first time that I shot dice, the first time, well, I had somebody told me that if you ever want to learn dice,
hmm.
go stand by the oldest person at the table. Okay, so I lost. I had lost about $200, on the table, and so I'm mad now. So I'm getting ready to leave right now. It's like, you know what? Let me take this 100 and let me try. On the table, on the on the crap table, right?
Right.
Oh, no, no, no! It was past that. I think I lost about almost 500 on there. So I said, I'm gonna take this last 100 that's in my pocket. I'm gonna play on the crap table, right? I mean,
Hmm.
yeah, I don't even know how to play, right? So I stood next to the oldest man there. I said, look, I don't know how to play. Help me out. I just need to win me a couple hundred back. He's like, oh, really? Oh, so he have like, I mean, it was a cheap table, so he had like $2 on the pass line, all that stuff. So he said, just throw a chip down there. I throw down a $5 chip. Not that much. Okay, well, hell, I don't know. Once you throw it down there, you can't take it off. So and
Right.
then they said put odds down. Here I am. How much can I go? And it's like, oh, you can go to. I'm going up to 50. What you doing? I'm throwing a green chip. I'm throwing. I'm not using these ones. You know what I'm saying? I'm throwing nickels and quarters. You know what I'm saying? Quarters. I mean
Right.
$25 chips. Because I don't like to gamble small. So make a
Right.
long story short, I threw the dice, and I threw the dice over an hour. When it
Huh.
was, when I crapped out, the next person to go is right. They said pass,
Right.
pass, pass. Give her the dice back. Gave her the dice back. The whole table, that table ended up filling up. The whole table made money. I walked away with winning my $500. I lost them. Plus, I think about $1,400 more. So I was like, that was the first
Wow.
time that I made over $1,000 playing craps and didn't know what the hell I was doing. So I was like, if I had to go back and do it again, I couldn't even tell you how I did it. Then I know how to play craps now, but then I couldn't tell you how I did it because I don't even know how I did it. It was so funny. It was really funny.
So,
Yeah,
Mister, the real, what's that?
Ranu, Ranu, it's
Minute,
Ranu.
minute,
Yep.
minute.
What
What you do?
9 to 5 job. I'm a school teacher. Um, my passion is I'm a recording artist.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. My son's supposed to get out the feds Thursday the 24th. And
Okay.
he
Congratulations.
he an R&B artist. He done met a lot of big celebs while being in the feds,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a lot of them done gave him some hookups.
Okay.
So I'm just praying that it ain't no bad hookup. Hope he learned some sense while doing that time. And
Right.
then my little cousin, 17, from Blythesville, Arkansas, Gucci Man just signed him. And
Okay.
it's crazy because he was just doing a little video clip to put with some more video stuff. And he was at home and he had like three of my grandchildren, nephew, family
That's
in
been
it.
there.
And they out there being filmed doing their thing. Some stupid person that was hating came through. They didn't shoot over there at them, but they shot in the air just to make them scram or whatever. I'm
Wow.
like, man, people can't be happy for you, you know.
Yeah.
You could have just got out your car and came and got in the video or something. That's why I be telling a lot of them comedians when the show is over, I don't care if I'm not the headliner. People be like, oh my God, can I get a picture with you? Then a lot of them be standing around looking like they done sucked a lemon. I be like, come on, get in the picture. You know, I ain't like that. Come get in it.
Right.
You know, come. You can't wait on them to tell you to come, so you better just come on.
Right. Right.
And if you get in one of them and I don't want you in there, hell, I know how to crop you. Do like oh Val, I put a emoji on your head.
Don't be telling my secrets.
Oh my bad.
But Ranu knows that. Ranu, let's say, and this is something that I really want to tell Ranu. I really appreciate him for. Now, me and Ranu was talking about some things on the internet. We talking about some steps on the internet. When I started off, a lot of people helped me, and so Ranu was starting off getting more focus on his YouTube channel. So
Mhm.
I'm not the type of person that what I know I don't want nobody else to know. Whatever I
Right.
know, if whatever I know, I'm going to tell somebody else. Whether they go ahead of me, behind me, it don't matter to me. To me is I'm going to show out of friendship the same respect that I would want them to show me. So
Right.
he was just starting and he was doing some stuff and I have learned some stuff on the app that I was doing. So I sit up there and I said, you know what? Ranu needs to start instead of just coming on and talking, right? So
Mhm.
I made him a start and
Intro.
a intro
Intro.
a intro to his show.
Okay.
So to this day, guess what? He still uses it.
Wow.
And like
And
he said, he went on there. He said, I mean, he even took out time to say, you know what? I want to thank Oh Val Comedian for making this intro for me. I never asked her to. She just did it, and she didn't want nothing for it. And that's the nice because I just got somebody tonight ask me. People always asking you about buying subscribers. I get that all the time in there. We want to buy some
Right.
subscribers. You want me
I
to
ain't
make you a
paying enough for
cartoon? You want
nobody to
me?
follow
You want me
me.
to make you a cartoon character? You want me to make you an intro? You want me to work on your website? All that stuff they want you to do, they want to do, but they want to get paid for it. And like I told somebody, I respect that that's your job, that's your income, but then respect that that's not what
Right.
I want to do at the time.
right. That part.
Yeah, and then some
Well,
people get mad. Some people get mad because you don't want to do it. But I'm not, like I told one person I said, I'm not gonna take what you do for your living free. So I don't want, so
You
I'm
right.
gonna pass. Nothing
uh,
against you. It's just that my I don't want to spend the money on getting it done. Your work is good, but I don't want to spend the money to get it done.
and that's your
Especially
prerogative.
when you got an app on your phone, you can go on and turn yourself into a cartoon.
Well,
I be doing it
that's
all the
true.
time. You
That's
know.
true.
Well,
That's
Then
to
true.
I
this,
done had a few people at the show that actually was artists and drew me and gave it to me and without me even asking. So, you
Mhm.
know,
Mhm.
I wouldn't mind supporting them, but at the same time, shit, these little couple dollars I gotta do something else with.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I said about my website. I decided that wasn't a priority for me anymore.
Right,
Even though like I still have it on my business card because I didn't bought them business cards. So you know what I'm saying. When you
right.
get there, you'll see it's not up anymore. But that wasn't a priority for me to spend $25 a month anymore for a website. No.
You right.
you know what I say? I say the Facebook, Instagrams, and all the other apps are our website these days.
Hmm.
They do
And
the
mention of
exact
that, I
same thing.
just followed you over on IG, sir.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. I'm gonna follow you back.
Oh, you got to listen to some of them songs on
I
YouTube.
will.
Kind of deep. Mm.
Might get him and my son to collab or whatever they call it.
All right, that's what's
He
up.
was he was coming to the show that I did last year. Not even a year now, but at the same time, Ron New was just doing it as a friend. He was willing to come out here and not get paid and not even for no flights. So I couldn't do that to him. I couldn't, even
Right.
though he wanted to do it for me for a favor for me, I didn't feel comfortable with that. And I had to be honest with him. I told him that, and he was like, "Val, it's not like that." I was like, "No, I don't feel comfortable because I know how I am about my art. You know what I'm saying? And even
Mm-hmm.
though I want to support, I'll fly out there. Oh, I'll do my set free. At the same time, I know that this is my living though.
Well,
So,
Val,
Right.
that's called paying your dues. You know what I'm saying?
I
If it was like a
know.
babyface show or a Jay Z show, and they asked me, "Well, I'll give you a slot, but I can't pay you right now." Do you think I would turn that down? So it's the same with you. You know what I'm saying? And you, my
Mm-hmm.
homegirl. So I know that if when the opportunity presents itself, then you'll look out me. You look out for me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not.
Yeah, remember what you did.
Yeah, that's why I work my 9 to 5 job so I can be able to do what I want to do.
All right.
Okay.
Working
Well,
9 to 5. What a way to
excuse
make a
me.
living. Wow.
Okay. Well, I got you then. But
Well, I
still, I'm
might
just
well
saying.
give me a little plug in while I'm on here.
Okay, well, shout out to people where well, yeah, because I didn't plan on being here this long, and I've been on, but I enjoyed everybody that came up. So shout out your channel and where they can reach you at, Miss Arkansas.
Oh, child, I was gonna tell them if they on here and they in Upland, California or Ontario, any of the surrounding areas, catch me on the 30th of this month. The address is 1276 West 7th Street in Upland, California. And
Okay,
it's the Taste Comedy Jam. Headliner Shang,
and you're
hosted by
hosting you. I seen it.
yeah, hosting
I seen
by
it.
the very funny, talented comedian Miss Arkansas. And we got my boy comedian Lip Lock on there, comedian Fluff Puff Jackson, and a few other comedians. But if you able and willing, come on out. It ain't but $20 if you pay now. But if you wait to pay at the door, guess what? It ain't but $30 and it's still worth more than that. So
Mm-hmm.
but other than
Well, that's
that,
good.
I'm good in all the areas, but you can go over on Instagram and follow a sister and get them numbers up over there. Cause what God getting ready to do for me, I ain't gonna need no numbers and views and all that stuff. Y'all gonna come automatically when what's getting ready to happen, happen. But other than that, go over there and follow me now so you can say you was already following me. You
Now, are
know
you
what
in
I'm
front of?
saying?
Are you in front of where you can type it out? Because if you can't type it out, when I'm done, I'm gonna type up. Everybody came up. I'm gonna type up their IG
Well,
or
it's
their
just my
YouTube.
name on here backwards. It's the Miss Arkansas comedian.
Okay, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Still let them know that. Okay,
And the
but I'm still
cash
going.
app.
I'm still gonna put everybody's
Right.
lead on there so that way people can link up and see how to follow people that they see that just.
Right. And God say the same in February when I turn 53. I'm asking everybody to send me $53 so I can go to the car lot and drive off with me a car.
Okay, okay. So
Yep.
before you leave me, let me ask you this. Okay. What
I
is it
ain't going
about?
nowhere. You better just make room for some
Oh,
more people.
I'm sorry.
Well, what you gonna ask?
I want to know, I wanted to know what is it about me that you connected with? That's what I want to know.
Well, first of all, I like your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You real like me. Only thing fake about us is this wig, and what they fail to realize, we have some real help under here.
Yeah.
But you know, you always like
My
when we
gray.
call
I be trying
ourselves
to hide that
having a
gray.
little situation. You know, I feel when people fall out and they stay falling out,
Mm-hmm.
they weren't meant to be no way. You know what I'm saying? But the
Mm-hmm.
little incident we had, God made our relationship stronger. And
Yeah,
I
but
don't just
wait.
look at you.
I'm interrupt you one before I lose track of this. One thing that you can say though, I never said nothing bad about you, and you never said nothing bad about me. So to
Right.
me, that's a friendship because
Come on now.
when people get differences with each other and they start talking bad about the other person, to me,
Right.
like Ronald know this about a certain person. I don't have no comeback from that. I just don't fuck with you. I'm just gonna be honest with
Well,
you. I
you
just
know,
don't fuck
Val,
with
I
you.
did that in my younger days.
Hmm.
And I found out that whoever was going back talking was saying everything I supposedly said and didn't tell the people half of the shit they said.
Hmm.
And so I
Me and Val
learned,
talk about that
Yeah,
all day.
come
I just
on
want to
now.
laugh. That's why I pointed to Ronald.
So I learned as I got wiser, you know, when I turned 50, I really didn't give a damn about nothing else for real. But
Hmm.
I figure I got fake hair. Normally have on some fake nails. I ain't got none of them on now. But one thing about me, I ain't never been a fake person. So your spirit, I love your spirit. I love you as a person. I thank God for you all the time for being a real friend. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? And I find you hilarious myself.
Oh, thank
So
you,
two
thank you,
two
thank you.
hilarious sisters and black sisters at that, you know, doing the same thing and loving the same thing, man, we can't do nothing but go to the top. So I just want you to know I see us going to the top. Don't stop. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, clean it up over at the church and at the juke joint. Keep cussing.
Now that's one thing that's one thing I can't say about you. Even though and this is what I find not just as black women, but I
Hmm.
find it's a problem when it comes to artists. Period. When they have a problem with just you don't have to do exactly what somebody tell you to do, but be open
Right.
minded enough that you ask their opinion. You ask their opinion
Right.
and you make the final decision of what you're gonna take in, what you're gonna leave back. And my head is not that swole. Why? You know, I've been to you plenty of times, and I was like, okay, how do I handle this, or what should I do about
Right.
this? You know what I'm saying? And I might not have did exactly what you said, but I just respected your opinion on it, or I wouldn't even come
And
and ask
child,
you.
I don't be knowing everything. I figure if you
Right?
come to
You say
me
that.
with it, I take
Mhm.
it to the Lord, and the Lord tell me something to tell you. Now, if you do it or don't do it,
Right?
that's on you.
Right? That's true.
I
But I'm
just
saying,
know I'ma listen to him because it's been many years I act like I didn't hear him and got me in so much mess.
yeah. But
So
I'm just saying,
now in these 52 years, I've
but
learned to
some people
trust
won't
him
help
when I
you.
can't trust myself. Right.
Right? But some
But
people
you
won't
know
help you
what,
because they
Val?
see
Not
it.
cutting you off. You know this your own self. I'm talking about far as comedians now. We done been through a lot of BS over these years of doing comedy, and you try to help them up and coming, but they so stuck in their ways and think they all this and that, and they feel like you can't tell them nothing. And it just tickled me pink when I'm at a show with some of them and watch their asses bum. I'm
That's
like
that
sitting
young
there,
generation period, though, Miss Arkansas. That young generation, you can't tell them nothing,
right?
and,
So I
and they ain't
figured
got
let
no
them just go
respect.
through it.
Remember when we was coming up, we respected our elders, but this younger
Right,
generation, they want to shoot you if you try to tell them something.
And
right.
some of them not much young. Some of them just
Ignorant,
haters, envying what you doing that they wish they could do,
right?
Right.
or what they doing is not working the same way yours is working. And
Yeah,
that's the whole
You
thing
right.
that I found, that I found out, But I had to learn how to not really focus or even care about what other people do because guess what? That other comedian is not paying. It's not paying not paying for me to be on that stage.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to focus on who's paying me to do that. It's a job. So who's paying me to do that job? That's one person I focus on.
That part.
Other than that,
Right.
I'm not focused on what another comedian said. Ah, you know what? She said this or she bombed. You know,
Oh, I don't be
if I see
tripping
the
off
folks
that
laughing,
stuff.
that's
I'm
what I'm saying. If
just
I see the folks
right.
laughing, I'm going by the audience. I'm not going by you. I'm
Well,
going by the
that's what I'm
audience. You know?
saying. A lot of times, a lot of them people that done paid their money to come see us as comedians, for some odd reason, they'll come to me after the show and they'll say what they liked and didn't like or whatever. And I try to go to that comedian as a senior in the game and try to help them so they won't do that again. And
Mhm.
then next thing I know, I hear something from someone else saying that person said, I think I know everything. It ain't that I know everything, but you better believe I done been through enough BS to not want to go through it again.
Mhm. Mhm. Now,
You
I
know?
mean, I'm not talking about nobody, but I had to be honest with you. I have been on the show with you, and I
Right,
just had several people come to me and say, now they're not trying to say you're better or I'm better, but they said
right,
that we were the funniest ones in the show.
right. Yeah, we
And
get that all the time.
I'm just saying that. I'm just saying that,
I just smile and
and I
say
tell people,
thank you.
you know what I tell people? I said you can say she's funnier. No, I'm not saying she's funny. I'm just saying it doesn't hurt me by you saying. I said
Right.
that set that I did, the set she did, her set might have been funnier to you tonight than my set. That don't hurt my feelings
Or vice
because
versa. Right.
right, it doesn't hurt my feelings because the point is I did what I was supposed to do.
Come
Now, if
on
what I
now.
did was not as funny to you as it was what she did, that it's all good.
Shit, long
We
we
still
got
did.
our money.
We still that's what I'm saying. We still did what we got paid to do.
And being
Right.
around greatness only elevates you to be greatness if you receive it or
Mm-hmm.
greater.
Right.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, Val, I'm
Yep.
gonna shout my channel out, and then I'm gonna tell you what I love about you, and then I'm
Okay.
about to
Yeah,
get
go
off
ahead.
here.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I'm finna get ready to get off there. Go ahead and shout yours out, baby.
So y'all can check me out on YouTube at the Real Ronu channel. You got to put channel after that. On Instagram and all other platforms, you can check me out at just Ronu. So y'all go ahead and subscribe.
So
Val,
can you type it in? Can you type it in there
well, it's
or
already up there, the Real
okay.
Ronu, and they just got to
Okay,
put
okay. Okay,
channel
okay.
at the end of
Okay.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
so, three things I love about you: you fine, fun, and feisty.
Oh shit.
F
Three
F
F.
F.
F F F.
F
Yeah.
F
You
F.
hit F F F.
And then I already said in the beginning, that you. I just love how real you are. You've always been that way since
Mm-hmm.
I've met you. And what is it going on like a year that we don't know each other now?
No, we known each other longer than a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've
Uh-huh.
always been extremely real with me. I love that you and I can agree to disagree and keep it
Mm-hmm.
moving. And you
Right.
can't do that with everybody. Everybody get off
Right.
Me and Gio
first.
just talked about that earlier. Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And Val and I sometimes we think completely different on certain things, but we could talk about it and keep moving. And I believe that's maturity. And then I just love that you just speak your mind. You know what I'm saying? You
Right.
always want to know where Val stands with you, point blank.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Wow.
I really appreciate that, Ronu.
Yeah. And
First,
and you
I
and you
start
like
off with Ranu as a crush. I start off with Ranu as a crush because Ranu has sexy voice. I start calling him. I didn't call you Teddy Pendergrass. Who did I call you?
you did call me Teddy Pendergrass.
Oh, I thought I called you. I called you. I said you got a Teddy Pendergrass plus a Brian McKnight. I said because the way you be going about some stuff. So I did say that. Hey, Deshaun.
Well, before you go, can you sing a little piece of happy birthday to
um
He do rap too though. You do rapping and singing.
no, I don't do rapping. I have
Yep.
people rapping in my stuff.
Oh, okay. I heard some rapping in your songs.
Yeah, that wasn't me. I have
Oh,
other artists featured on my stuff.
okay.
Yeah, Miss Arkansas, I'm gonna call her up and give her a private happy.
Oh, that's messed up. I wanted to hear it.
My voice ain't warmed up right now.
Hey,
Okay.
why don't you tell because he like you. He like that karaoke stuff that you do. See, Miss
I
Arkansas,
do.
she be going live doing karaoke. When
Oh,
she
Oh,
okay.
I love it, man. You
let me tell you
can't
something.
tell me I can't
Let me
sing.
tell you something. When we was on lockdown, her ass be like, okay, I'm finna do karaoke. Like, girl, ain't nobody. She's like, I'm finna do karaoke. She gonna get up like to do her karaoke. And I was like, okay, well, fine. Go ahead then, girl.
I tell everybody the karaoke ain't about how well you sing. It's about having fun. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Right.
we used to go to karaoke before we got locked down. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying the lockdown didn't stop us. You just started doing karaoke online.
You know what I asked Siri one time? I said, Siri, where is karaoke near me? Siri said, in your living room. I said, that's the devil. How I knew I had a karaoke machine in my living room.
Cause your ass sure was doing karaoke right there on the internet. Uh-huh.
All right,
Wow.
I'm about to get on Alpha here. It was nice meeting you, Miss Arkansas. I'm
You
surely
too.
gonna
You
follow
make sure
you.
you follow me back, and
I
I'll go over
will.
on YouTube and subscribe and all that good stuff. God bless
Yeah.
you.
God
Wait,
bless
let me
you.
ask you. I got one more question for you, Ronu, before you get off. Ronu,
Okay.
what inspires you to do the clips that you do? I love the clips that you do.
Oh,
You
the new
have
ones?
oh my God, not just new ones. You have did some clips where you didn't. I ain't gonna say you. It's like you like the NBC or CBS News. You like telling all the little juicy parts and stuff. I'm
So
like,
this would inspire me, right?
Oh,
So
come back on this side, Val.
I see a story, right? But a
uh-huh.
lot of times when you give your opinion on the story, then you become a part of the beef. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay,
what I do is, so Miss Arkansas,
Something
what
wrong
I
with
do,
y'all internet.
you can't
we,
hear
we
us?
we can see you. It's your internet because we
It
can see you
ain't
just
Yeah,
fine.
mine.
I hear you.
We can hear you and see you. Okay, go ahead, Ronnie. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So what I
Y'all
like to
going
do,
in and out.
what I
Oh,
like to do,
we see you. Mhm.
I
I'm
like to
sorry, Ronnie.
tell the story, but then I take so Miss Arkansas, you know all these YouTube beefs that they've been having lately on YouTube?
She don't watch that stuff.
Oh, okay. Well,
Mhm.
I like to take the clips of what they already say and put the story together from the beginning to end. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And everybody that watches my stuff, they be like, "You really told us a fair story," because the rest of the YouTube people get on there and say, "This ain't how it happened. I didn't say this." Yada yada yada. When you watch my clips, you can't say it because it's your words. You know.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
what people don't understand is because somebody tried to strike my channel. You know what I'm saying? 3 times, but
I was gonna ask you. I was gonna ask you. How do you deal with the the lashing that goes back? Because I'm saying what I seen in you. It's truthful stuff because a lot of times you use people's own words.
I
You understand
do.
what I'm saying? Use
Well, it
your
was
own
only
words.
one person that tried to strike me, you know,
Oh, really?
but yeah, but the rest of the people have literally in that have hit me up under under the comments and told me they like what I'm doing. You know, they said you've told a fair story, but I'm protected under the Fair Use Act, you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
and
And,
and,
and that's what I want to thank you for because after you told me that, I went on my videos and I put that on there. That's what I'm saying. That's another thing when I'm talking about people that know something, not afraid to teach somebody else. And
right,
when you taught me that, I listened to what you said. When you taught me that, I went and I put that on there.
yeah,
Even though I really don't basically say a lot of people's name on stuff, but I put that on there due to the fact that you just educated me on something that I needed to do.
exactly, and that's what's going to protect you because it's our opinion. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It's our
Uh-huh.
commentary, um,
Uh-huh.
and it's just our opinion, and so they can't get us that way. And so they took them strikes away from me and said I was
Mm-hmm.
right. You know, but
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I like to take other people's words and narrate the story so people can see what really happened from the beginning to the end, and it's working for me because I'm getting views and getting subscribers that way.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. I got you with that. That's why I wanted, but I wanted to, that's one thing I'm glad you brought that up because I'm glad that you brought because I wanted to tell you that when you said that, I didn't know about that.
About
So
fair
for you,
use.
yes. So when
Okay.
you said that, that taught me to say that. And I
Yeah.
was glad that you brought that up because I learned from you on that.
I don't know if you noticed this, but even one of our friends that has a very popular channel now, they are starting at the beginning. They're starting to put the fair use sign right before their show starts, but they didn't do it until I spoke that out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course, because
Mm.
because they learned from you.
Yeah. Well, we all learn. I learn from each and every single one of y'all. Some of us, like you, ain't afraid to really share secrets of the trade. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid to tell my secrets that I've learned, and I want to say secrets because it's not necessarily a secret. It's just things that I didn't know that I learned, and I'm not
Right.
afraid to share what I've learned, and I'm not afraid to say what I want to learn more than what I think I already know. That's why I was
Right.
trying to acknowledge to Miss Arkansas that um we do two different kind of comedies, but at the same time, when it comes to certain things about comedy, I do ask her. And I ask her because I want to expand and learn more. And I feel that something that I'm trying to get to, she's already been there. So why
Right.
not listen to
Right.
somebody that's already been there?
That
You
part.
right.
You know? That's not saying, oh, I'm not confident in myself, or I'm not at your level. It's not about that. I want to learn to get to whatever level I want to go to. And I feel
Right.
there's no top to where I'm going, because I'm gonna keep going regardless of wherever spot I'm at. I'm gonna keep going.
Amen.
Well, they say you're never too old to learn, and when you stop learning, that means that you're dead. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
I think I'm be down there learning.
Yeah.
Well, you
I'm
guys,
already old well.
I really appreciate you guys coming through, and thank you, thank you everybody that did the Cash App. I really appreciate it. That was fun. You made my birthday for everybody coming in and left the comments. I appreciate every last comment, and I will read them all again later. Thank you for
Yes,
listening.
happy birthday.
I ain't never been on here 2 hours going all off by myself, but I appreciate everybody that came in, and it made my birthday. It made my birthday because I needed
That's what's
something
up.
to brighten me up from everything else I'm going through. So this really made my day. So I love everybody, and if I don't love
Happy
you, I don't talk to you.
birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy
Hey,
birthday. And may God bless you to live to see many, many more.
thank you. I appreciate that. And Ranu, thank you.
You are so welcome, beautiful.
And I would tag everybody that came up. I'll tag everybody in it. So on the count of three, we're gonna tell everybody good night and thank you for coming in. Happy birthday, Oh Val Comedian.
Yes.
All right.
Goodbye.
One,
One,
two,
two,
three.
three.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye bye. Wow.
Shoot.